you very much. The floor is yours. Good morning. My hands are shaking and are cold. After the DAST's great presentation, it's not very easy to speak up, but we are going to be a little bit like at school. My paper, as it was mentioned, I'm a representative of AGRO CS company. It's a company responsible for certified green roofs, and we are also a member of the Green Roof Association. We've been an active member of this field through past 10 years. We meet developers and we participate in this project from the very beginning. It was very important to create a document that was missing in Slovakia. The objective of the association is put on website, as Braňo said. The objective is to make standards for designing, performing and maintenance of green roofs. Why do we need such a document? We need to make good practices from A to Z. We need to provide a concept, a complex solution of the project. We need to present the specifications of materials that are missing many times. We need to have a support from experts and research and development. So to interconnect experts, we need some legislation and also having some educational function. This document may be established in two ways. First way is to create a commission of experts or expert board, as it is abroad, from a different field, for example, designers, constructors, statics, scientists, researchers. I can imagine that even getting those people together from 15 to 20 members can take at least 6 months. I cannot imagine or cannot say how much time it will take to make these standards. The other way was to use the existing standards from other country, the close country. We were leaning on FLL standards or directives. For example, as producers, we provide a disclaimer that we meet norms that are valid worldwide. So we rather chose B option because the year 2039 is approaching. So our foundation for our document was the Czech standards, as we have similar climate conditions. It's our neighboring country, and so this is our foundation. So we provided translation of the standards. These are the standards for designing, performing and maintenance of green roofs. They can be found online. And they were created in 2016, and they also were based on German, Austrian and Swiss standards. It was updated in 2019, and these standards in Czech Republic are based on the legislation concerning the subsidies. And there were 20 experts included or involved in these standards. Mr. Vokal, Mr. Dostal, who is here, and he will talk about them. For example, my colleague from Czech AGRO CS, Roman Baťava. So this was the motivation why we set up for this this journey. As association, we gained an agreement that based on a license agreement on the 15th June 2022, we provided the translation of these standards. We used European norms or European standards there. We wanted to reflect Czech standards with the Slovak ones. There might be some mistakes as well, so we will be happy if you will provide us with comments. Anybody who wants to participate in it may get involved and may be the part of the second edition. It's on the website zelenestrechy.org. You have these standards printed out in your bag. There's some space for comments, so you can put it there and we can discuss it. I'm not going to talk about each chapter because it is very detailed, but I would like to present some basic division of the roofs according to certain criteria. The most common criterion is according to the maintenance demands. You know that there are some extensive, intensive or semi-intensive roofs. There is the height of substrates up to 15 millimeters, seed and plants used, also some low maintenance roofs, low irrigation roofs. Even the extensive roofs had hard times because it was not raining in Slovakia for over a month. For example, in the roofs where there's the height up to 30 centimeters, there's a possible combination of sedums and grass and some bushes and flowers, and also intensive or semi-intensive roofs and intensive roofs. The substrate is over 30 centimeters, so it requires maintenance. For example, lawns, there must be some intensive maintenance provided, so according to the demands on the maintenance. This is an example of intensive green roof. This is maintained, for example, twice a year. It must be fertilized. The other criterion is according to accessibility. We have roofs that cannot be walked, then roofs that are walked, and also other or roofs for amenity. For example, roofs that can be walked are also with the combination of maintenance, and also roofs that are, for example, abroad. Here in the picture, this is the roof that can be walked. I have some pictures from the Netherlands, and these are either like above surface car parking or underground bus stations or subway station. Then the other criterion is the composition of vegetation or green layers. All these intensive roofs are composed of several layers. The composition of the vegetation is a substrate or combination with some modern or advanced mineral substrates. Another criterion is the slope. In Slovakia, 50% of the roofs in Slovakia are totally flat. They are diagonal slopes or diagonal roofs with a slope of 20 to 50, and there are very steep slopes. I don't know these slopes, maybe from abroad. There are some additional functions. We will hear some very interesting presentations today about these. For example, it's a retention green roofs, or photovoltaic green roofs, or roofs for growing. This is also a picture from Mr. Dostal. This is the green roof of a residence house in 2021. There is also for birds and some insect. Also, this was the roof with the photovoltaic panels. All these criteria make a composition that is created when designing the roofs, and the whole concept is being created. And everybody considering the green roof should know and think about these criteria. Not only having a green roof, but at the very beginning we have to deal with the composition and function of the roof. What it will be aimed for, who is going to be there, and we have to incorporate all these ideas into the project. And we want those standards to talk about it, to have the standards to lean on. From the theory, it's all from my side, and I'm looking forward to next speeches. So if you have some questions, thank you very much. We saved time. This is the space for your questions, because we can afford it. We have a luxurious time limit. Are there some questions in this field, or we will discuss it at the coffee break? It was the introduction to the topic. You have to put it more generalized and put it within 15 minutes. We really didn't feel your hands cold, and it wasn't heard. It's not a singing contest. But I have to say one thing. I'm happy that there are people who really are good at what they are doing and should do and should talk about what they do. So this is great. Zuzana Beerova, thank you very much.